Yeah, essentially. I don't read doujins, as I've expressed before.
No. You don't read.
I don't read. I don't read
At
full
all.
stop. And preferably, I do not like my porn to be reading. We can get into that. So instead, we decided the boys have both recommended me 3 doujins each to read, and
then we are going to end on a very special one where I'm sure people are going to be excited
So
for.
in total, we're going to talk about 7.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about 7 doujins or doujinshis.
6 doujins and a mess, metamorphosis, which we'll get into. So yeah, and there's a little special thing going on where I don't know whose is which. So I've been recommended 6.
Do you have like no clue at all? Or?
I think I've some of them I know.
Yeah.
Some of them I know.
I thought some were pretty obvious.
Some are
some
very,
pretty
very
obvious.
obvious.
Yeah.
Damn, you needed 2 shots of vodka there, God damn, okay. Some were very obvious. Some I don't know. And throughout this, I will be guessing as well whose doujin was which recommendation.
We're mostly though, this show is going to be just watching me and Guy just enjoying Connor's reactions to our recommendations.
And I assume you both read each other's recommendations.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny because we recommended 3 doujinshis each, and I remember giving the list to Joey, and Joey gave his list, and we were like, "Damn, we both recommended doujins that were like 200 pages long at least," and we were just like, "Connor, it's cool. You don't need to read it all. Just read like 3 chapters or something."
Yeah, until you get like the general gist of it, right?
Yeah.
But then Connor was like, "Bet."
Bro, I'm like, first of all, where do I even read doujins? I don't even know where you go. Like, I was like, I'm totally confused.
I mean, there's lots of sites out
And then
there.
I look for the sites, and it just gets to the point where I'm just fighting for my fucking life to get the shit on full screen. There's fucking pop-ups every 2 fucking seconds. I'm just trying to do my homework, and I gotta worry about fucking hot single ladies in my area. It's terrible.
You'll get used to it, man. Don't
So,
worry.
how long did it take you to read everything?
I was under the impression, right, that doujins were like 30, 40 pages.
No, a lot of them are. That's the thing.
yeah.
How did you guys manage to find all of them that were like 200 fucking pages?
Because those are the best ones.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, just stop at 1 chapter. There was never any breaks in these things. So I couldn't just
What do you
drop
mean? They all had chapters.
Not that I saw when I was reading them. I don't know where I was reading them.
When it says at the end of the chapter, it says like ending or like to be continued.
But I also
or
feel
something.
like,
Some of them literally have a whole page that says
Yeah.
chapter 2.
I did not see them. But I read them all.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm going to tell the names of these doujins, which again still mean nothing to me. Dora Usagi to Anthony. What?
White man butchers Japanese.
to Anthony.
To Anthony.
What is it? Anthony? Is that what it is? What is it, huh? What is it? I don't know.
No, go on. What else?
Inma no Mikata.
Yeah.
Succubai's supporter.
Uh-huh.
Are you so you're saying the Japanese name and then the translated name?
Oh, is that
Yeah.
what this is?
Yeah.
I thought
Some of them have like
okay,
English
okay.
translations of the
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah.
name, yeah.
10年後の人生相談 life
Nihongo Joseph.
life consultation after 10 years.
Uh-huh.
Pisu Hame.
Yeah.
Very interesting title. Seikatsu Shukan.
Yeah.
Kyoshi to Seito to.
Okay.
Teacher and student.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I understand that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just went in order of which one you gave me. So I read
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I read Dore Usagi to Anthony. When should I guess whose I think it is? At
Why
the
don't you
end?
guess it right at the beginning?
Why don't you guess it right at the beginning?
I think
It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I think I wrote down each one. I think this
Okay.
was Joey's.
You are correct.
You are correct.
And I think because there was like a lolly for like 10 seconds. So I was like,
Yeah,
Joey.
I saw the cover and I'm just like, Connor's gonna immediately
Yeah,
guess
because
this.
the cover looked like fucking Shinobu. Like, cover looked like this bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Joey's.
This was the cover of the main girl, and I'm
is-
just like, she like emanates such Shinobu energy that Connor's gonna immediately guess
the
this.
first thing I wrote was just from the cover, I think it's Joey.
This is literally going to be, if it's not a MILF, it's a lolly. The episode.
There was some where, there was some.
Okay, to be fair, this one I don't
Okay,
blame you.
Yeah.
This one I don't blame you.
She wasn't a lolly. She just looked
Okay,
like
be-
Shinobu.
Before
Who is a lolly?
before we jump right into it,
Okay.
what were your
Oh,
thoughts? Yeah, what were your thoughts going into just reading hentai? Because this is like our unofficial sequel to the hentai episode, I guess.
Go check
right?
that out if you haven't yet.
It is exhausting reading porn.
Well,
when
I'm
you're
sure
like-
it is
when
if
you're
you
not-
read.
It's like if you asked me to like, okay, if you're horny, you want jack off to something, you can do it, right? A 10-minute video, whatever.
Yeah.
If you made me sit through like a 2-hour JAV when I'm not horny, I couldn't imagine like a worse experience in my life. You know what I mean?
Because how long were you collectively reading these doujins for?
Like 3 to 4 hours.
Well, it's because
back to back.
Well, it's because we thought, right? We were like, I saw the list, and I was
Yeah.
like, all of these are like full on like
Yeah.
books.
yeah, I
Right?
read them all.
So I was like, oh, okay. So like, a couple of chapters each, max take like an hour.
He just needs to get an idea of each.
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
Well, there's
right?
only one of them I didn't read fully was because there was like 20,
That was like
800 pages.
500 pages, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I gave up on the first one, but I mean, yeah, it was exhausting. It is really like I've sat through really bad movies that I felt were less painful than this. Like it is just difficult. And like reading doujins, I can see it. Sometimes you see something like, oh, that's hot, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, even if I wanted to jack off here,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? Do I just sit there and think about what I'm looking at? Like that feels like I'm like de-evolving. Like at what point do I just do like Morse code masturbating? Like where I'm like, oh dude, that's so hot. She's telling she's gonna fuck me in Morse. Like I don't know. To me, I like the movement. I'm not seeing enough movement,
I'm not seeing enough movement.
My eyes are not stimulated enough.
I don't know. I was reading this and I just like every time I thought this was really hot, I'm like, well, what I do? I can
What would I do?
it's not continuing. I have to continue it.
My cock in my hand. I don't know what to do.
I'm like, what do I do? Dick in hand.
Stuck in the
What do I
sink.
do? What do I do? It's not moving. It needs to move. When does it start moving?
This is the exact reaction I wanted.
Yeah.
Even if I thought it was hot, I just some of them, I will admit, some of them I thought were quite attractive. I thought they were very well done, and
Yeah.
if they were in anime form, I'd not.
they're
100%.
It's
100%.
weird because like some of these have had anime adaptations, right?
I know.
But like to me, like the doujin version is like always hotter than the anime version. I don't know what it is
Well,
about.
I mean, the
hentai.
drawings are very more intense. That's
Yeah.
something I learned very quickly.
I get like a way more intense feeling from reading the doujins. No, because than watching the anime adaptation.
I
right?
agree, I agree.
To me, like it's a different kind of art form, right? Because to me, like reading doujins is like to me it's a really good way to warm up, right? Right. Because to me, like, who really likes sitting through a 20-minute hentai? That's
I don't mind. I've got time.
I mean, most of the time I'm just like, whatever. But for some reason, in stories and doujins, I'm like, I'm listening. Go on.
yeah.
You're reading, Joe.
Yeah, I'm reading. I'm like,
See,
I'm invested. Go on.
To me, reading doujins is just getting the story, getting the context and being able to get the story without having to like just watch 20 minutes of just boring build up and
And
porn,
it's so
right?
much hotter when you understand the context.
I mean,
behind
it is.
the
I
scene.
mean,
I like speed run the story most of the time anyway. Like if it's like this, you know what they're doing. It's like, all right, go on.
Yeah.
Tap 10 seconds forward. I'm like, yeah, I get it. He's your
Yeah.
brother. All right, okay.
Yeah.
In a laundry machine. Oh no. I skip forward. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I've got enough understanding of the plot that I can go now.
Yeah.
Right.
I can do it. I can enjoy
So
it.
did you like? Did you like input any of the stories of any of the
Yeah,
ones
no,
you
I
read?
did. I actually because obviously when you're reading, it's really hard to ignore the story.
You can't double tap.
It's really frustrating.
You couldn't skip the
You're like, what am I
cutscenes.
doing wrong?
I feel like this is a fatal flaw of books. You can't skip any of the story.
You can't skip
know?
the cutscenes. You can't just go straight to the gameplay.
As much as I tried, trust me.